As you know that transparency is very important part of any electoral system, and being 70 years of independence, India is still suffering from its transparency. So in 2017, the then Finance Minister 𝐼𝐀𝐒 had said that they had come up with a strong measure which is known as electoral bonds. But in today's class, we are going to discuss that do electoral bonds have a positive impact on transparency or not. Hello everyone. Welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu, and today we are going to discuss an important topic which is electoral bonds and what are the legal challenges associated with it. And this topic is important from GS2 perspective. So moving to the news part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news and then about electoral bonds and then what is the rationale behind electoral bonds and then legal challenges associated with electoral bonds and then practice question for prelims and then mains. So moving to the news part. So on 31st of October, Supreme Court had decided that it will hear the plea against the electoral bonds, and there are two NGOs whose name are Common Cause and Association for Democratic Reforms. They had filed petition in Supreme Court regarding the legality and legal issues of electoral bonds. So this thing we are going to cover in today's class. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about electoral bonds. So it was first introduced in 2017, the then Finance Minister 𝐼𝐀𝐒, and it was implemented in 2018. And what is the aim of electoral bonds? To make donation to registered political parties while maintaining your identity. It means that your identity will not be disclosed there. So this is the aim of the electoral bonds, and its issuing authority is State Bank of India, and here different kind of denomination can be issued. One denomination is 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh and 10 lakh and rupees 1 crore. So this would be 1,000 would be the lowest one and 1 crore would be the highest one. So this thing is very important for your prelims perspective. So do remember this fact. And they are purchased by Indian citizens or any entities which are established in India. It means that any foreign entities can also purchase this electoral bond, but their location should be in India. So this is also an important factor regarding your prelims question. And you can also contribute to the individually or in the group of people. So any individual can also donate through electoral bonds, and group of people can also donate to the electoral bonds. And this validation period is 15 calendar days after the issuance. So these are the important facts regarding the electoral bonds. And here when you have to go to purchase electoral bonds from the SBI, only digital transactions are allowed. It means that you have to submit your transaction through digital transaction, and you cannot purchase any things in a cash. You have to just pay in a check or any digital transaction. So this is a brief about electoral bonds. Coming to the rationale behind electoral bonds. So the first rationale is transparency. So while introducing the budget speech, 𝐼𝐀𝐒 had said that since 70 years of independence, we could not come with the strong measures which can ensure the transparency in the funding of political parties. So that's why their party and the ruling party had come up with a solution which name is electoral bonds, which will ensure that you can have a transparency over that which is and who is going to contribute and how much is going to contribute to a political party. And then it also maintains the anonymity. It means that political party will not understand that, and they will not ever get to know that who has contributed rupees 1 crore to them and who has contributed rupees 1,000 to them. So this is the best thing about this electoral bond. And the third thing is easy funding. So this thing is not just limited to the political party or any businessman. Anyone can contribute to any political party. It means that suppose any person likes the BJP and they want to contribute, they can contribute to BJP. Any person likes Congress, any person like Bharatiya Janata Party or Bahujan Samaj Party, RJD, so they can contribute to any party of their choice. So even local population and normal people can also contribute through this. So this is also has a provision of easy funding. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about that what are the legal challenges and criticism associated with it. So the first legal challenge is filed by the CPIM and two organizations, Common Cause and ADR, and they had raised the issue of that an obscure funding system which is unchecked by any authority. So they had raised this issue that it is unchecked by any authority. It means that whoever is contributing how much and how much is going to any political party, it is unchecked. So they had raised the issue of transparency here, and they had also raised the issue of no cap for companies. Earlier in 2013 Company Act, we have this provision that the net profit of any company, only 7.5% they can contribute to any political party. But after this amendment, they can contribute any number of time, and this cap has been removed. So this is one of another legal challenges. And the third is that, SBI is the issuing authority and it is a government authority. So opposition leaders are saying that, the ruling party are able to know the identity of the person because SBI is the government owned authority. And the third thing is that highest denomination bond issued till now. It means that the denomination ranges from 1,000 to 1 crore. But 2022 data says that 90% of the denomination was carried of the 1 crore. It means that so many corporate companies and big businessmen are contributing to the political parties. So these are the legal challenges associated with this. Coming to the criticism part, so there are lots of criticism regarding this electoral bond. The first criticism is anonymity. So government of India is saying that, they are ensuring anonymity through this. But the issuing authority is SBI, and opposition leaders are saying that, it could not ensure the anonymity because ruling party knows that who is contributing how much. The second thing is that privacy, because government is saying that, they are giving the authority SBI to issue such bonds, but the bank people will know the identity of the person. So in a way, it will also compromise the identity and privacy of that person. The third thing is that unfair advantages. So in 2017 and 18, it has been seen that 16% of the electoral bonds were issued to the political party who are ruling in nature. It means that those party who are ruling in today's time, they are getting most advantages from this thing. So because of that thing, they have this unfair advantages. And then higher denomination, as you all know that denomination varies from 1,000 to 1 crore, but most of the denomination were carried of the higher denomination. So these are also bad side of this thing. And the last thing is that foreign funds and black money. So here they have this provision that Indian citizens or any establishment which are established in India can contribute to any political party. So sometimes they are getting donation and you don't know that who is the owner of that particular company. So there is a complete nexus between corporate companies and different political parties. So in a way, it is establishing and it is paving a path for black money, and it is also accepting so many money from the foreign contribution as well. So these are the loopholes regarding this electoral bonds. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about practice question for prelims. Consider the following statement regarding electoral bonds. Your first statement is Canara Bank is issuing authority, and your second statement is highest bond worth rupees 1 crore. Which of the statement given above is are correct? So you have to answer this in the comment section. Moving to the mains part. So the mains question is whether electoral bonds are effective in ensuring fair, just and open elections. Discuss the various concerns regarding electoral bonds. So first of all, you have to briefly define electoral bond. So you can give background that it was first introduced in 2017 budget speech and implemented in 2018. And issuing authority is SBI, and here only digital transactions are allowed. You cannot submit it and you cannot purchase it through cash. So these are the brief introduction of the electoral bonds. Coming to the second part of the question, that how it ensure fair, just and open elections. So in the rationale, we have already studied that it maintains three things. The first thing is the transparency. second is identity of the person, and third is easy funding. So this is the first factor, this is the second factor, and this is the third factor. And through easy funding, any normal population or any common man can also contribute and can also take part of the electoral system. So these way which can ensure that there will be the fair and just elections in the country. Coming to that, various concerns regarding the electoral bonds. So recently we have studied that what are the legal challenges and criticism associated with it. So you can write all those points and you can also make flow chart related to it. So in this way, you can write that legal challenges. You can also give records that in 2017-18, 16% of the electoral bond issued and went to the BJP, which is the current ruling political party. And then you can also give the data of 2022 that 19% of the electoral bonds worth of the rupees 1 crore. So it creates a nexus between corporate companies and political parties, and it promotes crony capitalism. And if any political party is accepting funds from the capitalist world or so many capitalist parties, then they will serve and they will introduce policies according to them. So there will be no choice and there will be no voice for the common persons here. So in this way, they are the legal concerns related to the electoral bonds, and it will create more what kind of enmity between different political parties. And what we have seen that ruling political parties are always in a favoring condition. The small parties are ignored here, and common people will not able to understand that who is going to contribute how much to any political party. So these are the concerns related to the electoral bonds. I hope you like this lecture. If you have any queries related to this lecture, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.